how's it going? So this is us in our little red rusty narrowboat on the right here. It was never meant to be rusty. It was never meant to be a Project Narrowboat. But here we are a year in and we're still just cracking on. So many spiders. So it's that time of year that we start putting the log burner on again. So get the chimney up. This has been stored away, grubby little thing, in the little hatch at the front. What the hell is that? Bit random. My name's Chris and I'm not that fond of spiders if you hadn't guessed, and probably not the best place to be living, is it, if you don't like the little buggers. But we are getting there. Chimney time. Got lots of spiders in there. And we should really be cleaning the chimney actually. We should be getting a big long rod and shoving it down there all the way around the pipe and then sparking it up. But we got cold and forgot. And we've just put a new fire rope on it and a new fire rope on the glass, and I think now after it's set on there for 12 hours we can put it on a slow burn, whatever, however the hell you do that. Do these little stoves have a heat setting? Obviously must do, because that's what it says on the back. Sorry, I've just woken up a bit sort of flustered. In the last episode we had expert Chris come down and help us out with all those niggly bits on the narrowboat that we just haven't been able to sort out in the last year. I mean, this time last year we were meant to be continuous cruisers, and here we are a year in and the boat's still sort of half done. Do you know what I mean? It's getting silly now, but hopefully with his expertise we should get a move on pretty bloody soon. What do you reckon? Unfortunately, expert Chris was not down today, and guess what? We found another one of those horrible little leaks that these little narrowboats get. I mean, we're on about 3 or 4, 5, 6 leaks at this point, so that is also getting very silly. But if you've got a narrowboat, you're probably shaking your head and think this is just a monthly sort of occurrence on a narrowboat, because you've just got to stay on top of every little thing. How do you do this? Where's that metal rod thing? Just run the basic checks of the fireplace. Pass. Back to being a witch for 6 months. It's fun being a witch. Probably shouldn't say that. You do actually get real sort of witches, don't you now? You know, they do. Like a good witch, they call it, don't they? White witch, is it? I wouldn't say I'm a white witch. I'm going for the full blown, like, wicked witch. Gonna get the old hat, the old blazer. A horrible witch.
You already are a horrible witch.
So throughout the last 6 months, this has just been filled up with Becca's nose tissues. So I went to change the fire rope the other day. I done it with Dad, and we started tightening these bolts here, nuts and bolts, which keep the glass in place because a few of them were a bit loose. And Dad said, don't go too tight because the glass will shatter, and within seconds it shattered when I turned it. So we had to order a new glass up. We got that on there. This is only about 17 quid on the internet, this one, which was, I thought that was a really good price. Put all this on. The new fire rope on there too. We put a really beefy one on there because we fear the one we had on last was a little bit thin maybe. A bit worried about that little bottom bit, but I'm not quite sure what you're meant to do. It looks fine, don't it? Becca has been very, very proud and she wants to show off something she's found for the fire.
Tender card for all your fire making needs.
It's like some kind of card that's like impregnated with something flammable. I don't exactly know what, but I know that it's biodegradable and it's all environmentally friendly.
Impregnated?
Impregnated.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, that's how I wanted to say it.
Interesting.
And it's just brilliant stuff. Great for wildfires, great for stoves. This little thing cost £3.99, I think. And there's like 6 sheets in there. And all you do, for anyone who hasn't come across it before, you literally just tear off a little.
And you learnt this on your course a bit?
Yeah, because it's really good for doing wildfires with, because it's all natural. It's not, it hasn't got any nasties in it, but you probably could use less than this. So theoretically that'll last you for absolutely ages, because all you need is maybe half of that really, but for demonstration purposes I'll do a bigger bit. I don't even know if you have to do this necessarily for a stove, but you can sort of open it out like that and rough up the fluffy stuff, probably better with a knife, like that, and that will keep on burning for absolutely ages. Better than a fire, what do you call them, those fire lighter things. And environmental, so what's not to love? If you put that like in the middle.
Okay, so I'm gonna... This thing here supposedly is sitting far too low from the roof. We've been told by a stove expert. I think maybe that needs to be moved to here maybe. With the adequate check-in placed, I push the button. Expert test. Bloody stuck, didn't it?
It's like, why is leaving it in there?
Got bloody sandwiched, didn't there? Okay, well that's... well, the sound works. I mean, does that prove that the device works though? Just because the sound goes off doesn't mean it necessarily...
Well, it should do, because it's not that old.
And it had been going off sometimes, hadn't it, when we were lighting it up. Ready? So good at that nowadays. Do you see my screwdriver one, guys? You see it? Doubled up with 2 screwdrivers and caught it. The double screwdriver. Okay, let's get a burn on. Time to try out Becca's very, very special Tinder card. And even though we've had the boat a year, I'm still quite new to all this burny stuff. Try it, yeah? So once we've got a good blaze in there, we throw in some kindling. God, there's loads of smoke coming out of it. Oh. We'll see. We just do that on purpose to test out the monoxide thing. Good God. Such an evil sort of thing, isn't it? Fire. Let's see why they're related to the devil and witches. I think I'd make a good witch.
Oh yeah.
And you should clean the fire glass after every use, really. And you should only clean it with the ash from the wood. If it's mixed with ash from the coal, yeah, you'll scratch your glass. Papa Crobot's advice. Very clever, our Papa Crobot. Is it ready to... What? The belly as in... Oh yeah. And this is absolutely roaring now, guys, so it must be the right way to do it. What do you reckon? That is a hell of a lot of smoke. It's what your chimney looks like when you don't clean it. Either that or it's the mass of spider webs inside it. Pretty sure all the spiders were extracted from that when I put it on. Couldn't see any on there, just their homes. Okay, so that brings us on to our lovely new leak. So all this water on the toilet seat and coming from an area up here around this mushroom vent. Let's have a look on the top. Maybe unscrew it. Take a look at it. Don't know what to do once we got in. Someone else's problem then. So here she is, the little culprit. Let's crack her open. It's dripping now down there. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do once I've cracked it open, but I'm trying to become more of an adult. Doing the manly jobs around the house. That's what men do. Take bits off, don't they, and put bits on. Hell of a lot of spiders. The big mummy spider lives. The queen spider.
She just erupts out the top.
Martha.
Yeah.
Easy.
Ow, how does that work?
That's a bloody tin off a bloody can.
Oh yeah.
That's a seal of some sort.
Yeah, so we just need to reseal it.
One word. Previous owner. He gets a lot of doesn't he? He gets a lot of That's, and rightfully so.
To be fair, it could have been the owner before him, you never know.
My Sherlock Holmes skills shows that this was a red tin, which is probably the side which is the old cellar. Yeah, he painted the boat red, so probably him, innit?
So that's some sort of gasket, but it's... I would just really smother it in...
Okay, time to load up with silicone. Oh no!
Wow, after being cute for some more silicone.
No, I can see it down there.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Huh? Straight in though, didn't I? No messing around. Could have.
I tried not to let my laugh go out loud, but that was really funny.
Again, taking responsibility, being the adult, I dived right in after it. Well, my wrist did anyway. Oh yeah. Okay, let's go again. Perfect. Again, just a temporary fix. I mean, at this point, we're probably just as bad as the old owner, aren't we? Never. He did actually drive past us on his lovely new narrowboat up in Ely, but he didn't see us for some reason. Very weird. Here we go. Becca's old finger technique seems to be the best solution for this, and hopefully this will just stop the rain coming in for now until we get a proper sort of cap for it. Step 2, go round the little rubber ring, aka I think it's a gasket, with silicone. Silicone. Step 3, shove your finger in it to stop any little crevices. People, wear your marigolds. Step 4, return the metal seal. Step 5, return the old seller's old tin lid that you used to bodge our beautiful rusty narrowboat. Step 6, add the outer metal grill. Yes, we are calling it a grill. And oh no, I could keep going on by steps. We just got to screw it back up and we're done, haven't we? There we go. Exactly the same as when we first got her. Let's have a look at the other ones. It's got the whole thing that sits over it and comes out down like a little plastic bit. So for now, the leak is sorted, and this is probably why these boats have so many leaks, because no professionals are sorting out the leaks properly. It's just someone that's never done it before. Nice, isn't it? Good burn. Just a quick hack. Put your cup of tea on top, keeps it warm. Crobot have got your backs, guys. Advice from the newbies. Advice from the useless newbie.